Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Willie Reed. Don't care what my name is, and today I'm taking a look at WWE's NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, and I was very happy about how well the show went. But I will get into details about what I liked about the show and why I think it was one of the best. With the very first match, Tyler Breeze going up against Jushin Thunder Liger. I'm sorry if I didn't say his first name right, but Breeze got a good reaction from the crowd, but Liger got a standing ovation from the fans, which wasn't surprising. And I was concerned with the younger fans not knowing much about him or giving him a good reaction, but glad to see that the fans show their respect towards him. Liger, he made Breeze look good in this match. Breeze made the legend look good as well. It was a good back and forth match between these two guys. In the end, Liger got the victory with the Liger Bomb, or a running sit-down power bomb, and gets his first ever win in WWE. And well, the fans gave him the reaction he deserved. Next match was for the NXT Tag Team titles, the Vaudevillains against Blake and Murphy. Blue Pants came out to a standing ovation and revealed that she was going to join the Vaudevillains. And I'm glad because I didn't want this match to end in a DQ or Alexa helping her team win. I can see why some of the fans don't like Blake and Murphy. They don't have much personality to them. And if you're probably wondering why am I looking this way, it's because I'm reading from my notes. That way I don't forget anything that I might have forgotten to mention in the show. So anyways, I like how well this match went between these two teams. It wasn't the best tag team match I've seen, but it was a good tag match between these two teams. And Blake and Murphy, they even hit a pretty good tag team move during the match. And the Vaudevillains, well, they came close to winning, but it was not enough to put them away. Alexa tried to get involved in the match until Blue Pants came in and took her down. In the end, though, the Vaudevillains got the win. They were able to walk out with the tag team titles, and the fans gave them a pretty good reaction, and they started clapping along with them when they won the title. So, congratulations, guys, and I hope the Vaudevillains remain champions for a while, and looking forward to seeing them ever make their debut in the main roster. Next match was Ty Dillinger going up against Apollo Crews. Both these guys received a great reaction from the crowd. And I have to admit, when I heard about this Apollo guy, I didn't think much of him because I didn't look up any information about him. I did hear where he used to wrestle, but I didn't look up any of his past matches because I wanted to see what he could impress me with tonight. And thankfully, he went out there and did what he said he was going to. He impressed me, and he had a good match. I mean, Ty made him look good. I mean, he dominated the few minutes of the match until Apollo took control near the end. And well, not only did he get the victory, but he did it with a standing moonsault. I mean, that was surprising because he made it look like he did it with ease. The guy was very athletic. The guy looked good, and I'm glad that we got this guy to join their roster because I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with him. And hopefully they don't mess up with this guy because this guy has got some great talent, and hopefully he does well. Next match is Baron Corbin versus Samoa Joe one-on-one. I was kind of concerned about this because with Joe, his rivalry with Owens never went anywhere, so I was concerned about this rivalry. But this was not bad. It wasn't the best, but it was not a bad match between these two guys. And Joe locked in several submission holds on Baron, but Baron, man, he surprised us by locking in his own submission hold. And yeah, he did well against Joe. Joe made him look good. Joe made this guy look very dominant, and Joe looked good as well. I'm very happy with how well this match went. Baron ended up losing when he hit I think it was a choke slam, a two-handed choke slam. Had his hand on the mat on Joe's chest, and when he moved his legs up to try to get more of a pinning leverage, Joe kicked out. Baron accidentally got locked into the rear naked chokehold and lost by knockout. So Samoa Joe won the match by submission, but Baron looked on like pissed because he didn't tap. He didn't tap out to Joe. So I'm thinking, yeah, they're gonna continue with this rivalry. So hopefully they do well with this rivalry, and maybe Joe will make Baron look even better the next time, and even help him get victory. Wouldn't surprise me. Next match is one of the two main events that they were promoting a lot. It was the NXT Women's Championship match between Sasha Banks, the Boss, against Bayley, and a match that I was looking forward to because let's face it, I love Bayley. She's my favorite of all the divas in WWE. She's my number one. I mean, I've got Charlotte, I've got Becky Lynch, I got Sasha Banks, I got Paige, but Bayley's my favorite, and I'm glad how well she did in this match. She received a standing ovation from the crowd. So did Sasha when she came out in a car with some bodyguards that helped her get out of the car, and she came out well like a boss. She rode in like a boss, and she did well in this match like a boss. Both these two women did an amazing job in this match. Bayley took control the early part of the match, showing the aggressiveness that she needed in this match. Sasha eventually took control back in this match, and each time Bayley tried to fight back, they continued going back and forth. I liked it. During the match, Sasha locked in her submission hold on Bayley, but Bayley was able to counter and even locked in Sasha's own submission hold and almost came close to beating her. Bayley hit her finisher, but Sasha kicked out. Bayley went for a Hurricane Rana from the top rope, but Sasha, I think, pushed her and she landed badly. I think she may have botched off the move. I don't know, but she did kick out after Sasha hit a double knee from the top rope right in the face. Bayley kicked out. When Sasha went to the top rope, Bayley hit a reverse Hurricanrana from the top rope, and then she hit her finisher again and was able to win the match. That's right, folks. Bayley is your new NXT Women's Champion. I'm so happy she won. She deserves it. Bayley, she busted her ass off, and I'm glad that they waited for her to win the title. I thought she should have won it months ago, but you know what? This was worth the wait. I'm glad she won it. And then we saw Charlotte come out. We saw Becky Lynch come out. We saw Sasha Banks came in the ring. All four women hugged, and they called them the new four horsemen, or I guess the four horsewomen. But yeah, these four women all made the NXT, women's division look great. I mean, Paige helped a lot when she won the NXT Women's title for the first time. That became the first champion ever. But when she left to the main roster, it was up to the other women to pick up the pace, and they did well as champion. They all did well with all the matches they've had, and they all did a fantastic job. And Bayley deserves to stand there with those three women, and I'm happy. I hope she lasts long as champion, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. The next match was Finn Balor facing off against Kevin Owens in a ladder match for the NXT title. Both these guys received a great reaction from the crowd, but Finn, man, his entrance each time I see it, I just love it. It's such a awesome entrance. Yeah, this was a pretty good match as well. This was probably the Bayley and the Sasha match. Probably was my favorite of the night, but this one was another great match between these two men. Joe each time tried to get Owens. Owens went for the ladder each time, but Finn keeps stopping him. During the matchup, though, I kind of heard the fans were chanting loudly and looking at the other direction. I'm assuming it was John Cena or Sami Zayn. Either way, I refocused on the match. These two guys started fighting on the outside, even through the crowd, but they went back in, and when Owens had the ladder up, he turns around, Finn jumps at him, hits him with a drop kick, taking him down with the ladder, hitting him in the face. Owens hit the power bomb on Finn Balor, not once, but several times in this match, especially from the top. The first time I think was from the top of the ladder. Finn was on top of the ladder. Owens, sorry, I keep mistaking him for that. I don't know why. He knocked him off the ladder, caught him, and hit the power bomb. The second time, he hit him on the outside, on the apron. Finn Balor, he kept going into this match. He kept coming in. This was fun to watch. It was great to see these two guys go at it. Finn eventually, though, got the win when he climbed the top of the ladder and jumps off, hit his the double foot stomp, or the I forgot what the finisher is called, but he ended up hitting that move from the top of the ladder, and he climbed the ladder again and was able to retain his title. So congratulations to Finn Balor, you are still the NXT champion. I'm happy with that, and I'm glad how well this show went. NXT, man, they continue making their shows fun, enjoyable, and entertaining. So I can't wait to see what happens next. And if you guys have a different opinion about the show, leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. I'll be here next time to give you more love and more entertainment. And I'll be here tomorrow for SummerSlam. So that's it, guys. NXT's TakeOver in Brooklyn was a success. It was fun. Can't wait to see these guys and gals tear the roof down again wherever they go. And, well, that's it. Bye.